Okay, so this is a good example of how these beavers don't come from the water necessarily. You can see I got him going back out. He was headed out towards the water and went through the conibear and got caught going out. So he obviously came up right beside it, and you can see he came up here. Looks like he did his business up here and smashed this castor mound and was sliding back out and went right through this conibear and got popped. So, you know, I had guide sticks and all this stuff. He just ignored them and went around and went back through the conibear. So, because it was right in front of the castor mound. So it worked, even if that's not the way I designed it. But he's got a nice little tail on him. He's not a particularly big one, but anyway. So we'll get him taken care of and come back to you. Okay, come to check this lodge that's under the dock again, and what do we see? Tails up. So that's good. We got another one over here. What I did was I came over here yesterday and the beaver had gone around it, so I moved it back closer to the entrance. Right there's like a 45-degree turn in the run. It's pretty wide, so I moved it to where that 45-degree turn is. So when he's coming out of there, as soon as he makes that turn, he's hitting the trap, and you can see the result there. Got a tail. So I got some more. I got these. I'm going to knock down my snares over there. It doesn't look like anything's. I don't see any beavers sitting around, so it doesn't look like we caught any beavers on the snares from here. Although I can't see the one. But anyway, we've got to check those, and I'm going to put in some more conibears on the other side over here and knock these snares down so I don't have to check them every day. That way I've got 72 hours, kind of let things calm down, because I've been out here a lot every day for the past few days, so I wanted to calm down some, and hopefully these beavers will relax and we'll get a few more. So come back to you. Well, something hit my snare. It's been knocked down. So I'm not having too good luck with this joker kind of exposed on land. I'm doing much better with them in the water. I'm going to knock it down anyway. So I'll come back and set that thing in a few days if I need to. Okay, so I've got 8 beavers out of here so far now. And you can see right across the way is that big lodge. So I'm not going to go directly to the lodge, but I'm looking for some place close by. Someplace. I got this conibear with me. I just painted it, so it still kind of stinks. So I want to make sure it's underwater, nothing exposed. Plus it works better if it's underwater anyway, especially with a square one. But so I'm just looking for places where I could do a dive set. About 50 feet from me is a huge castor mound that's very active, so I think I'm going to put it in the water there and put in a dive set, see if I can get him. That might be the big matriarch I'm looking for. So I'm carrying a couple sticks with me, and go check this giant castor mound out. There's a big stick over here that I can use as a dive set for it, rather. Yeah, they're tearing this up. Lots of trails in this grass. And yeah, this is a good castor mound right here to use. So this is a big castor mound. He was up on there last night. And they keep mounding up. They're coming from this way and that way, and there's that lodge right there. So I think if I can find a narrow enough spot right here, find the run. It's awful shallow though. But I can create a run. And you can see all the roots they've been pulling up as they're eating out here. So they're eating these lily pads. So I can neck this down a little bit with get some brush and just kind of rake this bottom out some right here and get enough just to get my somewhere maybe right in here, right there. I don't know, that's awful shallow, but anyway, I'll do some work here and see if I can't get them coming to this castor mound. So I'll come back to you. Okay, so that's a really wide area, and it really was only boot deep, so I took my potato rake and dug it down so it's about knee deep now. And you can see those two sticks sticking up under by my dive stick. I got my conibear where it's about an inch underwater, and it's really wide and shallow here, but I've made one channel now. I just drug up some of this crap and kind of laid it around. Beavers are used to seeing stuff drug around, and even though this is kind of obvious, I mean, they're used to seeing things moved around. And what I'm not doing is using green stuff, because they'll eat it. They'll drag it off and eat it. This stuff's all been dead a while. It's rotty. They don't have any interest in that. So I got my trap tied off to this limb, and I just piled up some more mud, washed the caster off. I took some water, washed out the caster that was on there, and just piled up some more mud. I'll probably put a little smell good on there, some beaver lure. And these guys are going to come whichever way they want. They'll come over this way, that way. There's all kinds of runs. I was out here walking. There's all kinds of deep runs out there coming from that lodge, but this is definitely in their territory, so I'm targeting this lodge now and see if we can get them. But they'll visit this in the next couple days, so I'm just going to get out here, set it, leave it alone, put some smell good on here, and hopefully when he comes in, he'll go out that way because he's used to doing that. They're obviously in here feeding all the time, so this is a very familiar place, and we should have a beaver when we come back. Okay, so I had a round conibear that I painted the other day, and you can still smell the paint, so I put it underwater as a dive set. And there's not really a run here, but he does come in and out this way. But there's no real, I had to pin him down, so I've made a run. I took some of these little tiny plants here, and I just kind of made a visual barrier more than a physical barrier. So I've just taken these little plants and pulled them up and just stuck them in the ground to make a visual run more than an actual run. And I've got my dive log there. So, I mean, that beaver can swim right through this if he wants to, but I'm betting he's going to be lazy and just duck under that log when he sees this big caster mound here. And he came in and flattened it out the other day, but hasn't been back since, so I remade it and kind of just pulled all these weeds over to the side to kind of make a little wall, like a fake run, and just stuck some of these plants in to visually accentuate that I want him to go down the middle. And I'm betting he's going to be lazy, just like you or I would, and it's easier to duck under that log than just get up and walk. He can just swim. So that's what I'm betting on, and hopefully we'll get him. And then I've got it tied off to that pine limb there. It's stuck about 2 feet in the ground, so he won't be going anywhere, I don't think. And we'll come back and see if we've got him.